To extend
Just a few seconds late today, there's the 1 o'clock news from BBC Radio 4, and I got up about 3/4 of an hour ago, so I'm going to race round now because I've got lots of things to get on. I have a renewed vigour and energy that I think has only come from being completely lazy the last few days, but this is it, the pressure's on. I'm going to have a show on Friday evening at 8, that's what I'm going to be ready for. So very little distractions. I will be doing things like bagging up screen prints and things like that when watching films and stuff, so I don't see that as wasted time now. So deciding what to put in the main gallery room has been tough, but decided it's going to be all that and the Vectrex, where is it? Down there, possibly the typewriter. And littered with screen prints. Maybe do something with the Star Wars thing in here, which I'm very proud of. Things like that, old, so maybe just stick them up on the walls, like here, going up the stairs. Really not sure what to do with the silly things that I'm not really bothered about. In fact, I'd rather eBay them. So maybe I'll do the Star Wars thing there. That's what I was thinking. Bedroom, I want to be almost clear and tidy. But I think there's going to be a video projection possibly on the ceiling. We'll see. Something a bit kinky maybe. But it will be kid friendly. So don't worry about me getting my bits out. I won't be doing any of that stuff. In fact, I'm feeling very less kinky now. I think I was being a bit silly thinking that I'd do naughty things on camera. I just know that's not me. That's not my thing. Now that is still set up for recording me with my clothes, and I was going to take lots of still images, but then I think what I'm going to do is do a video of either the still images or movie of me actually just moving around, changing clothes maybe, which could go on and on and on, and that can be projected in situ where all that changing was happening, which could be fun. All the rest of it I'm not sure. I think it might still remain chaos, or it may become some kind of flea market or something, I don't know. We'll see. I still haven't got the thing that my mate Archie was putting together sorted, which is a shame. But yeah, as I say, this is a work in progress. I think the monitors will tower them up. The computers will be towered up to the ceiling, I think, or as far as I can get them up to the ceiling. This room here, I'm not sure. This could be made to look like some weird kind of voyeur station, like in the film Slither. Bathroom for weeing and pooing and washing hands and drying hands. If anyone wants to take a shower, feel free. But no naughty things happening in there though, please. Okay, so that's all happening. This room, I'll try and clear the decks here. That will be for wine and nibbles all the way along there. This will be kind of films, maybe try and put some films on, whether they be mine or just art house, I don't know. Don't know if I can get away with that in a public thing. The kitchen will be absolutely wrecked. I've decided it will be like this. I'm really tempted just to take everything out of the kitchen apart from the kitchen sink. It could be fun. The practicalities of it may not be that great. I mean, the gas cooker, great, you can just click it out, take it away. All this stuff is totally removable in a case of no time at all. But yeah, and this room as well, the utility room. I mean, we'll see what happens there. See, I've got my laptop up there for watching stuff while I exercise. Maybe I could do something with that, or I don't know. Difficult. Ow, getting a bit more organised in that. I have to be quiet now. I don't want people to think I'm talking to myself. Haha. And then there's the MyPod, I think, will go in here outside, ready for a little walk through. Maybe I'll tempt people to walk outside with it. Or maybe that'll be a thing for Saturday. The car, hopefully, I'll borrow a projector from UCA. We'll have a sheet up on this bit. We'll have games projected through the windscreen, which I've tried before, works quite well. The rest of the garden, I don't know really. It won't be lit up. So, well, it will be lit up actually. The street light does quite a reasonable job on it. So, I don't know. So that's the idea. Just in case I keel over, that's what it would have been like more or less. As much as I'd like to use the loft, there's big health and safety things about the loft, and I think even the basement, I think, is something that is a bit iffy. So lots of tidying up to do today, but I do want to get a lot of stuff tidied, even if it means doing the unthinkable and just piling it all in the shed or something without sorting it. But maybe if I get things looking good and it's all piled in the shed, then I can deal with that bit by bit later on. But I think the most important thing is to get the house ready now, and then I'll be carrying on, I guess, in February. I will leave the house, but at the same time I can spend a lot of time at home, and I realise I don't need to go out as much as I used to, that's for sure. Now the washing up needs to be done now. I think I might talk you through the washing up while trying to think of some musical stuff at the same time to do. So I've prepared a camera tripod, which will probably be at the wrong height. Yes it is, so I'll just lean it back a bit. It's actually an old biscuit tin. This is very precarious because it's over the sink, and if it just falls... Okay, washing up, I've got hot water in a bowl. Over here you've got the cold water in a bowl, so I like to rinse before I dry. I always start off with the glasses, because the glasses are the things that are less soiled. That's broken. I think I can safely say it's not good, it could cut someone's lips. So I'll stick that in the bin. I'm not sure if you're supposed to throw these in the bin, but you can't put them in the glass recycling. You're not supposed to put them in the glass recycling. So anyway, I'll just stick that in there. A couple of pint glasses, start off with the big ones first. They take up the most room in the pan. Now, I need a new sponge. New sponge. Do you like my jumper? Well, the new sponge is, these are so cheap, and don't you just hate it when you go to wash up and it just looks dirty? I mean, I do use them maybe a couple of weeks depending, and I try and keep an old one just to clean up the pans, you know what I mean, clean around the pans. So there you go, just stick them in the other bowl. Maybe it's just the sound of washing up, could be music. And I got contacted by my mate Kim on Facebook, who's already seen the video I uploaded yesterday. I mean, I took quite a lot of video that trip, and lots of different things, and it was a bit of an easy kind of upload, just to upload that bit. But it's all about experimenting and getting stuff up and trying things out, and it was good because it led me to try adding some really simple music to a video clip to see how it works. Something that, you know, just some crappy little iPod thing can do in a space of no time at all, and it kind of works. And people who know will go, oh, it's that, doing all the work. And I don't care. It's nice. It feels like, yeah. And my friend Stuart always says, can you write a piece of music? If in now, lots of swearing, we'll do like, because it is, you know, these people spend hours writing really complicated arrangements for film scores and things, but basically anything can be thrown together, you know. Don't let any composers hear that. So next to the plates. Plates don't usually get too soiled, I find, so I stick those in next. There are loads of plates. I have been entertaining a few people recently, so that's good. I didn't take any pictures of my wonderful tuna concoction, which had onions, tuna, kidney beans, tin tomatoes, couple of mixed herbs. I haven't got any garlic. I haven't got any garlic in at all, but I've had very little, and I think I'm going to survive without too much more foodies and drinkies. Long, suspiciously curly hair there. No, there isn't. Right, and yes, washing up. I mean, the people who got all the mod cons, like the washing machines, yeah, they're missing out on something. I find washing up incredibly therapeutic. Now, hang on, I'll just show you this plate. I got a set of plates from Argos, my first ever set of crockery, and that's that. I love it. It's absolutely beautiful, and you know, all the set is good. There's a few broken now, and all I can say is If I saw that in a charity shop, I'd load up on it. But I'm not fussed about having all the same one. Really, things like this are always practical. I think most things I keep are practical. There's not many things I have, right, that have extreme ornamentation or have to be kind of considered valuable. Like my nan used to sort of collect all these porcelain doll figurines, which is lovely, but I'm not like that. But then having said that, a lot of the old technology that I have just lying around, not actually doing anything, I guess you could say that's kind of all sculptural now, it's not being used. It looked like my grandstand. If you saw yesterday's show, the term grandstand will now become the in word, but unfortunately it stopped working yesterday, and Andy did point out that he switched it off. Would that break it? Yes, Andy, it was you that broke it. You switched it off, totally your fault, but I'll forgive you. It may just be the connectors on the cartridge to the video game. I did try blowing on it, but that usually works, but it didn't this time. Now, any bits of food that come off go straight in the food. So that's all the plates. Now get the bowls. I'm quite ruthless here. Bowls and plates. I'm sure I've got more than this to do. Okay, right, the music today will be just me putting the crockery. Now this is something I can't explain, but I think it might be what happens. I think one of these plates might have been Adam's actually. He was really fed up that it got chipped. But I'll just put it in the drying rack, and then it leans up against the tiles there. I don't know if that's enough, or when they lean against each other to chip them. What happens at some other time. I've never honed that down when that actually happens. So yeah, I'm afraid I've had a couple off, which wouldn't surprise me. These things eat battery power. If I had my way, I wouldn't care if it had a big bulge on the back, like my thing, my schlong, because you could put AA batteries and everything. Can we please have AA batteries in every single handheld item, including wafer thin phones? Just one big bulge. I'm just fed up with it. It's a cost now to replace batteries that are hardwired into phones. Even getting batteries like the normal ones for cameras. I've got loads of old cameras. Well, I've got about 3, which take AA batteries. And guess what? They're really easy to get. You can get them down in Poundland, but I prefer the rechargeable. So we got the bowls done. Oh no, there's a plate down there. Oh my god, that's a big plate. Oh no, my whole thing's ruined. But it is now. What you need to remember is, by putting the things that you like, the big plates at the bottom when you're in the washing area. That looks like egg. That looks like that was one of my fried breakfast eggs. Spilled out the yolk. I don't like having my yolk hard. Spilled out all over the plate and was mopped up by some lovely toast and some ketchup. And that's where it's all gone now. The evidence has been destroyed. Okay, so we've got that. Right, so plates in there, so there we go, back in reverse, plates, bowls. Right, so always worries me a bit what to do next, because I've got these lovely plastic containers and I have leftover food, because I quite often cook big things and then shrink it down. That basically stick them in here and then you stick them in the fridge. So that's a bit messy, isn't it? But I'm going to do the cutlery next, as I always do. Except I've got cups. Of course, people are drinking teas and coffees. That's how egotistical I am. I forget there's other people involved in my life, which is very nice, actually. And this time in here has really shown me how lovely some of the people who are quite new into the sort of the world as I see it. What was it? Someone put a Facebook thing up like, there's only 2 different types of people in this world. There's me, and there's everyone else. It is weird, because we all know the score, what it is, like we see, we look, we eat, we breathe, we take it for granted, but to actually accept that everyone else in the world has that same experience, and really, when you say people are evil and bad, it's like, you know, it's like that old adage, take a walk for a mile in their shoes. Like, there is a reason why everyone's like they are. Sometimes it's from really awful experiences when you're young, maybe really lovely experiences. I mean, you don't really hear that much about it, do you? And to be honest, I don't want to get on this religion thing, which I kind of started again, but I was brought up in a very strong Christian family, and although I, you know, rebelled and all that, and I don't even know if I'm really back into it much, but I kind of am a little tiny bit without going to church, because that really pisses me off. Basically, the strongness of the family and the fact that they were so caring and did things for other people and put themselves first all the time. My mum made lots of sacrifices and things, and I guess as a family we made sacrifices because they fostered a girl that was very mentally handicapped, Teresa, who rang me up the other night, and it's quite nice that she started to ring me up. So she was never adopted because she was so badly mentally handicapped. If we'd adopted her, she would have been kept in for the family's responsibility only, really, which would have been a bit much, you know. And it's quite sad because she always used to have temper tantrums and a bit of a nightmare, and with lots of stories of really awful things that happened. But as soon as she went to this home, they went, "Oh yeah, she needs medication." So they got her on this course of that's quetiapine or something, and it's made her very overweight. I think she might have lost a bit recently, which is good. But you know, we spend presents are easy for her. They're all 70s and 80s TV program box sets. For Christmas, she wanted the Superman box set, and so I got a box set of DVDs of all the movies, 1 to 4, thinking that she didn't want the new Superman, because I did actually show her pictures of the various Supermans. I thought maybe she'd want the Superman from Lois and whatever his name. What's his name? The guy who played Superman in the 80s TV show. Lois and Clark. That sort of era. Well, Terry Hatcher, she played Lois Lane. Oh, suits you, sir. Or we're getting quite on now, so I could go on and on about the washing up. Oh yeah, the extra ingredients of the food. Tuna, of course. Now the thing that really gave it a tang and a zing, well first of all I put in a veggie stock cube. I thought, why not? And I've got some of those to use up. They do add a little bit of flavour. And then I added some mustard. And I was a bit worried that I'd added too much, but it sort of flavour got lost in the whole mix to the point where you couldn't really tell what it was, but at the same time, pow! I guess it kind of, in its own way, acted like garlic. I gave it that zing. I mean, I'm not putting garlic in things intentionally, because obviously it's very good for you. So in some ways I wish I had. We tackled Andy's melon and popcorn for the last movie. I'll have to watch yesterday's show, and I think it's coming up to 20 minutes. Oh, excuse me. I'll just try something. I'll just finish with something musical with the fake cornet, something properly musical, and then we'll call it a day. I'll try not to knock this off into the sink when I've finished. I think I'm going to pass out. Okay. See you later, folks. Bye.